Cancer, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 7th to the 13th of August. Funny week. Starting off with that flare that I did a video on. That really opened the Lionsgate. I'm going to be doing a collective Lionsgate reading on Monday, and your individual sign will be coming out on Tuesday. And it's going to be a funny week. All the readings have been funny. And we saw that in the monthly reading, people. We saw that in the monthly reading. If you haven't seen your monthly reading, it will also be linked at the end of this video. But, you know, go and see it. It's an amazing couple of weeks we're going through. A lot of work going on. So, thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's just see what's going on with your overall energy. 10 of Pentacles. It's finally coming together for you. This is like your year's really starting to take off. This is what I feel. You've been sort of like misfiring a little bit, I think, over the past sort of month, really. You know, sometimes it's been going good, sometimes it's been misfiring, sometimes it's, you know, you go too fast, sometimes you go too slow. It's just been misfiring, and I think this is you getting into a rhythm this week. It could well be a lot of learning, but I think the overall energy here is making you realise the abundance that you have. So you may not have tons and tons of cash, but you have a lot of passion and you have a lot of knowledge, and that's worth a fortune. So play to your abundances, basically. That's what it seems like. On your relationship front, you get the 9 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. On your karmic path, all the possible fruits are there. They may not quite be ripe yet, and I think this is what this week is about. This last sort of like almost last check over. It's like a pilot in a plane just kind of going flaps, yeah, wheels, yeah, coffee, yeah, control tower, yeah. And I think it's really, really good for you. I think in your karmic mission, it's a moment you've got to realise that you know, you've got to realise what abundance you have and where it is around you, and start playing to it. And yeah, the universe, is the universe trying to fight you? No, I don't think so. I think the universe is asking you to be the best example of yourself. Don't get caught up in petty confrontations with yourself, more than anything else, with yourself. Don't get caught up in a confrontation with yourself. Don't try and please everybody. You know, you'll only get hurt, I think. You know, if you be the best example of yourself, you're going to please the people who really matter in your life, which is the main thing, which is the most important thing, really. So yeah, I think the universe is encouraging you to be the best example of who you can be, basically. In your past self, and this is what's bringing in the connection between the past and the future. You got the Knight of Wands. So your passion for life, your passion for relationships, your passion for engagement with other people is such that it's almost secured your position. It's created a position you have with other people, and people know who you are, know your passions, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's really sort of helped you out, helped you to sort of like position yourself in regards to your relationships around you. And you've probably been doing this work for some time, and now you're finally getting some fruit out of it. You know, some lovers that just want to jump out. That's what I think you're heading towards, and I think that's what the 9 of Pentacles is talking about. The fruits of your labours are there. This is this change of speed. You're, as I said, you've come through. You're checking out this is your future self. Sorry, this is your future self talking to yourself, and this is where you've sort of kind of like, you've set yourself up. You've done all the checks. You're ready to rock and roll, and your future self is kind of going, okay, ignition on, put your hand on the thrusters and get ready to rock and roll. That's what it seems like here, and I think you've created that within your world around you, with your passions and your determination, really, and your engagement with energy, with life itself, I guess. So this is what this Wheel of Fortune, there's an opportunity that you seem to be creating more than anything else. Don't be stupid. create illusions for yourself. Be very realistic as well at the same time. But at the same time, you know, try and connect those dreams. Try and reach for the ultimate goal, basically. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. A lot of people have been getting that. And this is your future. So you're defining that path within your relationships. If you're looking for a partner, allow your passions of what you do in life to really sort of come flowing through you, which then is going to open doors for you, which is going to change that fortune. And then once it opens the doors, I think it's going to be very obvious the direction you should be taking. And I would just follow it. Follow it with a passion, Pisces. Follow it with a passion. Let's just see what's going on the financial front. This is going to be interesting because this is where you're going to see if you're really up to speed, as it were. You've got the Five of Swords. So this is what I was talking about earlier on. Don't try and please everyone. Don't get into conflicts that doesn't really serve you, that doesn't really, you know, get you anywhere. I think this is resisting the temptation, I think is the word that's coming through. Resisting the temptation to just kind of go, and get involved and kind of going, yeah, that wasn't fair, right, I'm going to get in and No, don't. You're wasting your time. You're really wasting your time. You could be doing so much more in life. Just kind of going, yeah, no matter what, yeah, whatever, yeah, not a me problem, walking on. I think that's the lesson you've got to learn this week here. Six of Pentacles, the universe is trying to understand, trying to help you to understand that walking away from these conflicts here puts you in a position where as long as you're okay, everybody else can be okay. So financially, make sure, or in your career path or your business path or whatever direction you're taking within the material world, make sure it works for you first of all. Once it works for you, and once it really does start working for you, that's when you can then start spreading the love, as it were, within that sort of sense. So if you're going to go for that sort of like promotion in that job, or starting that business, but if you're going for a promotion in a job, don't say to your colleagues, look, if I get this job, then I'll I'll appoint you my assistants, I'll bring you up with me, as it were. You know, you don't know till you get there. Get the promotion first, then look at it honestly. You know, okay? Strength, everybody's been getting strength here. Eliminating your doubts in the situation. Opening up to the courageous side. And I think this is what you've done in the past. I think you've set up the situation within your past, within your workspace, within your material world, where you've created a situation which has brought in the abundance really more than anything else. But what are you going to do with that abundance? You know, what are you going to do with that possibility of that job promotion, that knowledge that you've got, that sort of thing. Then you get the Nine of Cups up the top there. So we've got two nines on the table, two fives on the table. Two sevens at the moment, but yeah. The Nine of Cups, what you're heading towards is a lot of possibilities. The thing is, sometimes that can also be a bit of sometimes we can have too many choices, if you know what I mean, or too many possibilities. Just making sure you're following your evident path, I think, is really important. Making sure you play to your strengths. Those cups are going to be there. Choose which one to take on first of all, and then move on. Whatever it is, stay true, stay strong to yourself. There is some really good victories coming in for you this week. Or the future anyway. It's leading out of that Lion's Gate sort of thing, which is the time of manifestation, creating that space, creating that sort of Lion's Gate, and heading towards it and allowing it to go really fast and really enjoying that sort of journey. A lot of victories coming in here as well. A lot of movement forward. Just be wise. I think this is a really important card, actually. How the universe, consult the universe, consult nature around you. I'm in a beautiful place at the moment. There's hardly anybody around. Just by a lovely river, and there's loads of dragonflies, which are absolutely amazing. So, and I take that into account when I'm doing my readings about the environment that is around me, the universal vibration that is around me. And I think you should do the same thing when it concerns with investing your time, money, effort into any sort of business plans. The moment you do, that's when it's going to start going faster and faster and faster. And this pertains to the future, you know, to the next sort of like 2 or 3 weeks, as it were. So I think it bodes really well for you. Thank you very much, Cancer, for sort of being with us, showing all your support to this channel. And you can do that in any which way you see fit through the YouTube channel. Sharing is really good on all media platforms. That's really nice. Sharing, liking, obviously subscribing, and all those sort of things. There is links in the description below where you can book up a private reading with my good self, or a healing session with my good self. There's also an email, because I'm going to be doing workshops in the UK in September, October, and in the United States in October and November. They're energy workshops, how to connect yourself to energy, understand the conversation that is coming through the universal energy, and how to best use it in your life. I've been doing those workshops for 20 years, and I've been doing it with lots of people, hundreds of people, and I'll tell you what, it's always a fantastic weekend. So send us an email, just tell us where you are in the world and how far you're willing to travel, because that can help me out in where I put the workshops in the UK and in the US. But anyway, thank you very much, more than anything, for your support for this channel. Let's just see what's going on here. We got the, you got to shine. This is a very Cancerish sort of card. I think it's Pisces, but this has to do with sort of like, you know, there's at least one fish under the water there that's just behind her, and that's what she's backed with. She's backed with this abundance, you know, not just money, but, you know, sort of abundance in the spirit as well, and in energy and stuff like that. And that's what sort of, when you play to your strengths, when you play to your abundances, that's when you're going to really start radiating. And when you start, you know, resonating that vibration all around you, it's going to really make a difference, not only in your life, but in lots of lives around you. With the 9 of Pentacles, you get the 9 of Wands. We've already got the 9 of Wands out there. That comes from your past into your future. And I think it's trying to say to you, you must understand that you have created these opportunities out of, could be, you know, something that's happening over the last sort of 2 or 3 months, but it could have been something that's been building up over the last 15 years. You know, but whatever it is, it's your passion, your engagement with life that is bringing these possibilities into you. Okay? With the 5 of Wands, you get the 4 of Swords. Yeah, I think when you start to be the highest or the best example of yourself, pulling yourself out of a dimension that really sort of like didn't really work for you because it was a bit conflictual, you know, it's bringing to a place now where you can regroup yourself. So you're feeling at home, you're feeling it well with your emotions and stuff like that. And when you do engage the world as, you know, with the best example of yourself, that's what you're going to receive back. And that's what the universe is trying to encourage within you. With the Knight of Wands, you get the Page of Pentacles. Building a physical future with another person. Actually, you know, passing from that stage of thinking about getting involved with someone to actually physically going ahead about it. And I think this has been within you. You know, you're ready now. You're ready, and to be in love. You know, you want that, and that's come through your passions in life. You know, it's very endearing within you, and it's brought about as well this. This change of fortune. It's Queen of Wands. Look at that. You've got 2 Knights of Wands and a Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Cups that's playing out the main sort of energy here. In your change of fortunes, it's concentrating on the things at the moment within your relations that make you passionate. So, you know, if something's stimulating you, I wouldn't hold back and I would just go ahead and join in. Because it's going to open up doors to not only joy within you, and I think that joy as it comes out, you know, joy is an instantaneous thing. So it's like an evening that you go out for the evening and it's a very joyous evening. And the moment you start accumulating those joyous times, that's when happiness remains or is maintained within your life. So yeah, this change of fortune I think is a change of sort of attitude with you in regards to yourself. And then on the evident path, you get the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, it's a very knowledgeable card. It's there's almost someone coming in that actually holds a lot of information, or that is, you know, very cultured in a way. That's how I'm getting off it. You're fascinated by their understanding, and it seems evident for you to follow it and to explore and open the avenues of security through, you know, through. You've got two nice ones here, two queens and a king. It's really quite, it bodes really powerful for the future, and makes you, and it brings in a sense of family as well, the King of Pentacles as well, how it's security not just for you but for everybody and everything that is around you. Let's just see what's going on in your relationship side, on your material side, sorry. With the Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Swords, you get the Six of Swords. So, yeah, walking away from those situations that are not worth winning. I think your karma is almost set up in a way to help you do that without too much difficulty. I think it's keeping your eye on the prize. I think that's what the goal is. Keeping the eye on the long-term thing, and don't get caught up in short-termism. That's really, you know, that's difficult for you sometimes, Cancer. You know, because the crab is constantly rebuilding their home after the, you know, the tide has come in and broken the rest of the home. You know what I mean? So just be wary of that short-termism, and just keep an eye on the longer-term plan. So when you do something, it's always contributing to the longer-term plan. With the Six of Swords, you've got the Fool. Six of Pentacles, you've got the Fool. A leap of faith. I think it's a leap of faith of trusting that it's okay. You know, some people sort of say it's not good to make money and everything like that, and, you know, you should share it around. You know, you shouldn't be a beastly sort of rich, as it were. Is it? No, it's you know, obscenely rich. Sorry, it's a leap. You know, but if you don't have the money, this is the thing. This is the catch-22. If you don't have the money, you can't then explore and open plans which is going to help lots of people. So you've got to make the money first, and I think that's what the Six of Things is, and it's believing in that, and it's you know, accumulating to speculate in a way. That's what you're doing here. What's the Strength card? What's coming from the past? Planning. There is obviously something. Excuse me. There's something coming through that's quite abundant, really, because it comes with the Ten of Pentacles, I think. And it's like you've got the world at your feet. The possibilities are there, and it's planning. You've planned this, and it's sort of like it's having that courage to stick to the plan. That's what I'm talking about, the long-termism. I think that's really important for you. You know, don't get caught up in short-termisms. You know, I have beautiful Cancer friends that I love dearly. And sometimes, you know, Cancers, you'll do things that, yeah, it's good for the moment, but you're only going to have to take it down and redo it when you do the longer-term plan. So in theory, you've created more work for you and losses. So always, whenever you do something, always work to the longer-term plan. And the longer-term plan will then come together all by itself. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is all about. You get the Five of Wands again, right opposite here. And I think this is where, you know, with all those opportunities you get, it's going to be easy for you to get into sort of conflicts in a way, because some people might be a little bit jealous of you, and I wouldn't get involved in that. So just striving to be your best example and choosing the cup that is the best, the best step for you now. But as you go forward, those cups are still going to be there, you know. But striving to be the best of example of yourself. And then I got a funny feeling they're all coming in at once. I don't want to sort of like beef you up for no reason, as it were. But with the Chariot card here, you're getting the Nine of Cups, which you've now got twice on the table. You've got two Five of Swords on the Wands on the table. You've got two Knight of Wands as well on the table, and now two Nine of Cups. And I think, yeah, I think you, with your courageousness of what you've been doing, I think there's a lot of things coming in very quickly that's going to provide huge amounts of opportunities for you. Huge amounts of opportunities for you. And I almost think that because of these opportunities that are coming in, and I go back to this as well, this Six of Pentacles, I think these opportunities are providing a position where you can actually offer opportunities to others. And I think you like that. I think you enjoy doing that. It makes you feel good. It makes you, you know, it gives you a good rush. And I totally agree. I'm up for that as well, you know. I think the better we make each other, the better the world will be. But you have to start from a good place. That's the thing. You know, if you're putting down rotten wood for a foundation, you know, you're not going to be able to build a house on it. So, you know, make sure that that foundation, which is you, is in a beautiful place. Okay? There you go, Cancer. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you got the best out of this reading. I will see you soon. Don't forget about all those links in the description. I will see you for the Lionsgate reading on Monday and on your sign for Tuesday. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.